Hi friends, this is Krish the Urban Naxal. For many days, my followers and subscribers have been requesting me for an update about the Runwal case. So there was one thing that I had not updated, or rather two things. One is that we have a date on 22nd. I think I had updated about that. The other is that we have another date with the civil court, at the civil court, on 26th. Now, why do we have two dates simultaneously on 22nd and 26th? Well, it's a little bit technical, so I'm not going to explain that, but suffice it to say that they are procedures of or procedural requirements of the Runwal case, and for that we will be filing different kinds of statements, affidavits, arguments, etc. on 22nd, that's tomorrow, and 26th. Okay. Now, an interesting development has occurred on 20th, that is officially yesterday. An interesting development which is full of masala. And a lot of people are going to say, this is what we were missing. We were missing the action, we were missing the excitement. We wanted a lot of masala in this story, and now this masala has arrived. The masala is that we have received a threat letter. Is it from Runwal? No, it's not exactly from Runwal. It is from a guy named Shri Vishal V. Durafe. I'll tell you more about this person later. I spoke to Mr. Vishal Durafe. He denied it. He denied having sent such a letter. I have a long conversation with Mr. Vishal Durafe, a recorded conversation. He clearly denied having sent this letter. And it is indeed suspicious why anybody would send a letter like this. It is very, very incriminating. I'm just showing you this letter. It is from Mr. Vishal Durafe, and it is addressed to 3 out of the 4 defendants in the Runwal case. That is, it is addressed to myself, to Rajendra, and to Acharya. Acharya is the first, and I am the third. This is the letter. It is a signed letter. This is a Xerox copy. In the original, it has a proper signature with a ballpoint pen. This is a threat letter, and it has various dimensions. It is an extortion letter. It's a letter that says, don't show up at court on the 26th. So it's a very interesting letter. I'm just going to read you all the different aspects of this. So first, let me just do a plain reading of this letter, which is not dated, but it refers to the summons from Sion Police Station number 773 of 2021, dated 7/10/2021. This is not accurate actually, because the summons was from 9/10/2021, and there are even the number is not accurate. However, it says, from Shri Vishal V. Durafe, Adhyaksha Pradhan Mantri Jan Kalyan Yojana, Kamal Vijay, near Shitla Mata Mandir, TV Chidambaram Road, Sion East, Mumbai 22. To Mr. Devdas Acharya, Mr. Rajendra Singh, Mr. Krishna Raj Rao. It spells my name as Roa. Shop number 20, Sonal Apartment, near Airways Hotel, LBS Road, Ghatkopar West, Mumbai 400086. And there are 2 telephone numbers given. Both the telephone numbers are of our friend Devdas Acharya. Now this entire address is of Devdas Acharya. So this letter landed up by post, by ordinary post. The stamp on the post, the cancellation mark on the stamp shows 14th. So it was posted on the 14th. It seems to have been received in Ghatkopar West post office on the 18th and it was delivered on 20th. Now it says subject summons from Sion Police Station 773 of 2021, date 7/10/2021. This is regarding above subject, whereas you all were served by Sion Police Station with a summons copy on complaints filed by Runwal Developers, Naresh Bhandari, bracket Horizon Projects Private Limited, bracket closed, Sion office. Now from here it starts sounding really funny. It says, I'm a big politician from Sion area. I have big contacts with all big politicians in India. I am very close to Prasad Lad, Uddhav Thackeray, Sharad Pawar, to name a few. I am a settlement officer for all political party. Sion Police Station works on my orders. Manoj Hirlekar is just a small officer. He is just a puppet of mine. Manoj Hirlekar is the senior police inspector of Sion Police Station. So then he writes, I can create a big problem for you and your family. As you might be knowing about, Mr. Mansukh Hiran was not traceable after problem with police. So Mr. Mansukh Hiran was that guy who disappeared, in front of, I think his car was found parked in front of Ambani's residence and all that. So that case. He was missing after taken by police. You can avoid this type of situation as these are big builders. You cannot fight them as they all are my friends. So come with rupees 3 lakhs. He writes it in figures and then he writes it in words. I will settle your matter with Naresh. Just your small amount will be kept by them and you will have peace of mind. Or if you don't agree, your life will be hell. All police, BMC, fire department will be after you and your family members. You won't be able to work and earn. Then in the last paragraph he says, so you are to appear before me on 19/10/2021 at 1 p.m. at my above address with the amount mentioned. If you don't appear, my police officers will be after you. And on your next date at 26/10/2021 at court, you will be in deep trouble and risk of life. And it is signed Mr. Vishal V. Durafe. This is the letter once again. Now, the interesting thing is, why would someone send such a letter? Why would Runwal send such a letter? Why would this person named Vishal Durafe send such a letter? It just sounds very strange. It sounds like a very childish thing to do. This is not the way to threaten. This is not the way to intimidate. So it just looks very childish. I did a Google search for Mr. Vishal Durafe. I found some material on him. In 2010, Mr. Vishal Durafe, it seems, had a complaint for hacking a guy with choppers after an argument on some matter, a dispute, and the body of that guy was found in some nala, it seems. So this is Vishal Durafe. I also Googled, found some more matter on him. He had stood for elections. He was formerly an NCP guy, it seems, and of late he has been more associated with BJP. His card on Facebook seems to indicate that he is BJP. He associates himself very closely with some prime minister's projects and all that. Now I called him. I phoned him because I found his number in this calling card, his visiting card on Facebook. So I phoned him and we had a long conversation. It was a recorded conversation. And he clearly denied all of this. He said, I think I'm inclined to slightly believe him, because why would someone go out of his way to write his name and sign his name and say, I'm Vishal Durafe and I'm a big politician and all that? That is not how normal people talk if they are trying to threaten and intimidate others. So I am slightly inclined to believe that this threat may not genuinely be coming from Mr. Vishal Durafe. However, some things, the court date, the police station, the whole thing, it at least suggests that this is a guy who is close to the other side, to our opponents in the case. Whether he has done it at their instance or not, I cannot say. It seems like a foolish thing to do. It would seem like a very foolish thing for even Runwal to do. So I am not even inclined to think that Runwal necessarily has sent this threat letter. It is a threatening letter. It is an extortion letter. It is a letter that promises to do some settlement if we pay him 3 lakh rupees. And it is a letter that says that they can kill us and our family members and make us all disappear like Mansukh Hiren. And it is also a letter that seems to suggest that police officers are at the beck and call of this person. And it threatens us that if we were to go to court on 26th October, then we will be in trouble, in deep trouble and risk of life. This is the last line. You make of it whatever you will. I am not taking it too seriously. I take it with a pinch of salt. I don't know whose letter this is. I don't know that Runwal would actually do something as silly, as amusing as sending this letter. So I am not even ascribing it to Runwal. However, I will be registering an FIR, or I'll make an application to the local police station. I'll be informing police commissioner of this. I don't seriously anticipate any threat to my life based on this letter. I am not going to get jumpy and nervous because some fool decides to write a letter. I am going to treat this as just another normal thing that happens when you are in this domain. I am your friend, Krish the Urban Naxal. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.